Right, download time on Moses and the Red Sea story that we all know and love. And when I say download, I mean I was just, in the morning making a cup of tea and boom, these things start popping in. Oh, this means this. Oh, okay. Some message from another dimension, wherever, whatever that is. So, we know the Moses and the part of the Red Sea story from the Ten Commandments and the Bible stories, all that sort of stuff. What does it mean? We're always after universal truth. What does it mean? And of course, there's different levels to these things, and naturally, they're so encoded at certain vibration levels that only certain people who have reached, disciple level or a certain vibration do these messages come to. And they might, I'm sure, might be even more come to me at a later stage of development. So, what do these each characters represent? So, Moses represents the epitome of the divine masculine in that time. He was the top of the tree, he was a leader, he was a super guy. He also had a lot of mystery school and spiritual training, and he knew a lot of secrets of the universe. So the red in a lot of Bible stories, in fact almost all of them, represents the divine feminine's sacred menstrual blood. Now of course in the West, not everybody is comfortable with this. Guess what? We're going to have to deal with it if we want to grow, because it's beautiful. It's the divine sacred essence that we're all born from. So surely we should, consider treating this menstrual blood with a lot more respect and sacredness. I know every other culture in the world, every spiritual culture, every indigenous culture, other than the West, essentially, regards a woman's menstrual blood as an absolute sacred gift to the world. And, if we can get that as clean and pure as we can, even better. So, the sea, which often is the sacral chakra because that's the water element in the body. And in the chakras, which is also the endocrine glands. Same idea. So, if we can part that Red Sea, so open up sexually and spiritually, which is the same energy in that particular chakra anyway, we can get to the promised land. Hang on, he took the people across the ocean or across the sea, and which may have been a tsunami. Water goes out, comes back in. Quite possible. But I like to look at these philosophically, spiritually, and conceptually, because that's how they were delivered and structured energetically according to the vibration of a person to meet and understand them. The promised land is the womb, which is just an amazingly powerful area that stores, the uterus into the womb stores 70% of a woman's emotional energy. So if they haven't got through their digestion and their egoic self in the solar plexus, and haven't got to the sacral chakra, doing tantric or Taoist practices or a jade egg is a fantastic way to go to stimulate that particular energy, an area of the body. There is no spiritual path. 70% potential here. Might be worth considering. Yeah. And as we know from our esoteric and tantric spiritual practices and learnings, the womb is the eternal gateway. There is a particular energy that comes and circles through the womb and then goes up and out into the universe. So having that clean and pure and might be something to consider and to work on. And of course, let's have a look at it in simple terms. The divine feminine goddesses that are surrounding us have a limited amount of potential energy in the hips, which also just happens to be their mother nature, their real nature, where Kundalini Shakti is stored. That maximum vitality is stored in the hips and the coccyx. So unless they're flowing and nice and loose and then there's not as much energy flow. So feel free to shake and dance. I always flew. And of course, it comes in at the waist. And even for the Divine Masculine, when we have a V shape, we look more attractive. Because, you know, we're working on ourselves, improving ourselves. So if we get, like, there's a bit of an isthmus, a bit of a choking point for some, yeah, in many ways, in the digestion. And then opens up to the heart, the almighty, powerful, loving heart, for more abundant love. But guess what? The tricky part is here. So until a goddess and a god, Shiva or Shakti, decide to fix their digestion, they haven't connected their two strongest energies, that of the heart and the sacral. Because in Tantra, and you look in your nervous system, works the same way. The vagus nerve, or the life nerve, is connected from the genitals to the heart to the pineal gland, which is where all the stored emotion is. So all those, you know, light and love, fancy spiritual people who think that they're all about the heart, yeah, you're about a third of the way at best, because we've got to connect all three. Because the lower chakras are where the maximum energy is, and our genitals represent happiness, and they represent sexual and spiritual growth and energy there. So wouldn't that make sense to get to that particular area, clean it out, and that allows the kidneys to have the exit point clear at the sacral and urinary tract. So then all of that fear and all of that detoxifying can just flow out comfortably and easily. So then we can be a more expanded being, coming from a place of love and purity instead of scared and stuck in our egoic self. You know, we want to make a difference in our own lives and therefore everybody else. So let's have a look at this one. Also, if you look at it from the same perspective as the tree of life, the tree of life is in every single spiritual culture around the world, and it comes up from Mother Nature, drawing up a vital amount of, huge amount of energy that is unlimited through us, and that means our physical body and subtle bodies, up into the divine, which is also limitless. Cool and good. And of course, our energy body is 2 fingers outside our physical body. So the shape of our body and the condition of our organs represent our emotional selves, and how that energy flows and how clean and pure that can be to get up to the divine, being that universal gateway, being the clear channel. Well, another shamanic, the way to look at it is the hollow bone. So if we can be hollow here, we can have the amount of Father Sky consciousness come through us, connected to Mother Nature and our vital energy, and we can really make a difference in ourselves, get our maximum spiritual potential up, running and firing, and then being shiny and bright and beautiful in the world. And isn't that a cool download? More please, thank you.